Welcome to this varsity basketball game at Woodbury Forest. Today we'll see our Saints go against the Tigers. I'm Joe Brennan alongside Henry Simmerl, and we're already off to the races 40 seconds into the game as we see Gabe Jimerson down low, put up a shot, and put it in. Saints take an early lead.
Gabe Jimerson's definitely been a crucial player for the Saints this year. They're keeping looking to see if he'll score a lot of points in the paint this year.
With only one senior on this team, they've been looking for that #2 guy throughout the year, and Gabe Jimerson has stepped up. Here we see Woodbury swinging around, drive inside, foul on the floor. But yeah, Henry, Gabe has definitely been a solid player for this season. Great big guy that can stretch the floor, can knock down shots when they need them.
What's amazing is it's not only that he's a threat to the paint, we've seen that he's a very capable three-point shooter. From all points around the arc, handles the ball well. Same with Nigel Green, honestly. Gets in the paint, he's a threat, and excellent shooter from outside the arc.
So here we see number 21, Nigel Green, returning to the starting lineup. The past few games he's been replaced by the freshman, Andre Green, as Gabe Jimerson drives in but can't finish. It's good to see Nigel finally returning to this lineup. He's a solid player, been on the varsity squad for 2 years. What do you think of him?
I definitely think that he has to live up to. He's definitely improved a lot since last year, and I think he was the 6th man last year. And seeing him step up in a bigger role this year has definitely been impressive, but I think next year is when we're really going to see the training over the summer that he's going through really pay off and see what, the best of him and what potential he really has.
Green is mainly known as a slasher as Jimerson pulls up for 3 but can't hit it. As Green is more of a slasher, he struggles a little bit from beyond the arc, but he's really good at getting those athletic finishes and finishing at the rim. Now, with the Saints tied up with Woodbury in the first quarter, we'll see if they can start to get off to a good start as Henderson jacks up a 3 but can't finish as Jimerson gets the offensive board. They've done really well in the first quarters of most games from this season. However, finishing games, especially with this young team, has been a problem throughout the year.
And then you were just talking about Arnold Henderson. I think for Woodbury to dominate this game, it's going to be key for them to shut down Arnold from outside the arc. Because Arnold, as you know, I think is only 5'9". He has a harder time against the taller players getting inside.
Jimerson is rejected under the rim. Woodbury gets off to a quick, fast break, puts it up, and he's fouled. 2 shots to the line for the Tigers. Now, one player that I'm a big fan of on this roster, Henry, is number 13, Walker Wallace. Wallace is their defensive anchor on this team and has served as a great rim protector for them throughout this year.
Just a phenomenal athlete in general, a three-sport varsity athlete, actually going to play lacrosse at Cornell year after next. And you're right, I mean, he was another key player for the Saints. I think he actually stepped up to the starting lineup near the end of last year's season.
Just one thing that I think you touched on, which is important, is that he's a 3-sport athlete. As Jimerson drills a 3. Most of these players on this team are not purely basketball players. There are a lot of 3-sport, 2-sport athletes that play year-round.
Yeah, absolutely. I think actually the only person, Gabe and Arnold are the only 2 who really are exclusively focusing on basketball. I know Nigel and Trent both play football, and Walker plays football, lacrosse, and basketball too.
Woodbury drives to the rim, jacks up a random shot, and it goes out of bounds. I don't know what he was doing there, Henry. It looks like he was trying to draw a foul, though. Well, we'll see the Tigers come up with a full-court press. This is something that has been a pain in the neck for the Saints all year, Henry.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. But I think with Arnold's ball handling skills, I don't think it's going to be much of a factor.
They've just struggled with turnovers all year. I believe in the last game they had 28 or 23 as a charge is called on Gabe Jimerson. Yeah, turnovers have definitely been a problem for this team holding on to the ball, and it leads to a lot of fast break points for the other team.
And I would say even on compounding on that attitude also is honestly this year a major component of how the Saints play. I think if the Saints get off to a rocky start, they have a tendency to let that get the better of them, and it can really just mess with how they're performing. Whereas if they get on a hot streak, I feel like there's no team that we've seen that's been able to really stop them when their mind's in it.
Woodbury puts it up and in and takes a 1-point lead in this matchup. Arnold drives in, kicks it out to Wallace. Nice pump fake. Swings it back out to the up top. Finds Henderson as point guard. Saints look to set up in their offense. Swinging to Wallace on the elbow. He finds Williamson at the top of the key. Looks to shoot, but then backs back out of it. Finds Nigel Green. Pulls it from 3. Off the left iron. They get the follow. Number 22, Kavanis. He tries to split the 2. Finds Henderson out for 3. No good. 3-point shooting has been another struggle for this team. They don't have a lot of knockdown shooters that can shoot the lights out, but mainly finish at the rim as Woodbury scores another layup.
Yeah, I definitely feel like, going back to what I said earlier, I definitely feel like the Saints' performance streaks, whether it's bad streaks or good streaks, it's not really like random, it's kind of just compounded together in how they perform.
And in case you were wondering, the Saints are now coming off of an 85-58 loss at home against Trinity. Trinity is one of the better teams, possibly even in the state. And St. Chris was only down by 4 at halftime. They're able to compete and stay with them, but Trinity just ran away with it towards the end. And it's been like that for the Saints all year. They've had close games, sometimes where they just kind of get blown out in 2 minutes and then can't fight it back. Zimmer, what do you think they could do to prevent that?
I'm not sure, honestly. I think there's just the aspect that Trinity has so much talent, and I mean the Saints lost a lot last year. A lot of the talent that they had. I mean, they're rebuilding, and they're gonna have to look to a lot of new leaders to step up, which is something that Trinity doesn't have to worry about.
It's interesting that you say that they're rebuilding. This year, the Saints had 4 freshmen on their squad. Andre Green, I believe, is out tonight. We've already seen Trent Hendrick, and 22 Kavanis is in the game right now, as 23 is fouled and will head to the line. And KP Pulley was honestly one of their better shooters on the year, and has been sidelined with an injury and will be for the rest of the year. Devastating loss.
Yeah, I would actually amend my earlier statement from rebuilding to actually recovery, because they lost 3 out of their 5 starters from last year. Those 3 were crucial players for the Saints. I mean, Gibson, Jimerson, the leading scorer. You had Justin Jasper, an all-around amazing athlete, and then you had Jack Cunninberry, and Donovan Murphy. So 4 actually of the starting 5 at the beginning of the season, either graduated or transferred.
But there's no 23 this year. 23 for Brad.
Put him in there.
There's been a technical foul called on the Saints for a problem with the books. Number 23, Riley Wood, had checked into the game, but it seems that he was not in on the books. Most likely because Wood has been coming back from an injury, and the bookkeepers were not aware today would be his game back. So here you see Woodbury inbound it for the basket after they've taken a 3-point lead.
I think he shot his first, and then they were dealing with it.
Woodbury swings it around, finds a man on top of 3, no good. Wood comes down with a rebound. Finds his point guard Henderson, who swings it up to Jimerson. Jimerson drives baseline, no good, blocked, out of bounds, Saints ball.
Pretty rare to see a shot by Gabe Jimerson getting blocked.
Saints look to get a quick play. They find Jimerson wide open, swings to Henderson for three, no good. Woodbury comes down with the board. They advance the ball quickly, looking for an easy bucket. Charge! Set by number 22, Nikos Kovanis, sacrificing his body for the ball. Woodbury continuing their full court press, knowing that the Saints struggle with it, but Henderson is able to escape and get set up into his offense.
I've never understood, Joe, and maybe you can clarify this for me, why they put Gabe Jimerson on the perimeter instead of down low.
Gabe is actually one of their better three-point shooters, and typically when you're when the defense sets up in a formation like that, it's easier to spread the floor. If you spread the floor like that, you get easy dribble drives to try and draw another man and swing it out to the outside. You're a better shooter.
All right. Yeah.
All right, Kavanis comes down with the board, and he looks to advance. He finds Henderson up top for three. Doesn't feel it, goes up to the line and drills it.
What a shot by Arnold there.
Arnold's a great shooter. He is committed to VCU next year to take his talents there, staying in Richmond. Shot is no good. Henderson comes down with the board. Swings it out to Gabe. Drives in. Fader. No. That was a good pump there. I liked it. Foul called on number 23 for the Tigers. Kavanis wide open on the wing, decides not to shoot it. They're going to hold it for the last shot. Only down by one. Jimerson looks to come up top. They find Gill in the post. Williamson can't get a hold of it. There's a fumble for the ball, and it's the Tigers' ball. Similar, it looked like they were trying to get Williamson down low with a mismatch, but they just couldn't take advantage of it. All right, we'll see the Tigers with 4 seconds left. Drives right in, and it's stripped by Arnold Henderson, and it will stay with the Tigers for the remaining 1 second. It takes .3 of the NBA to qualify as a shot. We got more than that here. So they can get a quick one. It's up. No good. So at the end of the first, Tigers 8, Saints 1. We'll be right back after this short break. The second quarter. We'll start by seeing the Tigers swinging around. They look for their shooter up top. Number 11 gives us his pump, swings it back out to the wing. They find their big man underneath, and he puts it up and in right under Gabe Jimerson's chin. All right, we'll see Henderson up here. Dribble up this ball. Swings it to his shooter, Gabe. And they look to get set up in their offense as Coach Jones screams from the sidelines. Trent Hendrick looks to find Wallace underneath. They seem to can't get it under. And they bring it back up top to Henderson. Henderson makes a move, nice crossover, swings it up to Green, puts it up, no good. Out of bounds, Tigers ball.
Yeah, I think for the Saints, in order for the Saints to get a comfortable lead, we're going to need to see Nigel Green making a lot of shots, and we're also going to need to see Arnold making a lot more threes.
All right, here we'll see Woodbury swinging around. Drive baseline, looks right underneath, and their big man continues his dominance underneath. Saints do not really have a center. They have a lot of forwards, a lot of guards, but no dominant big man on this team.
And that's why I was surprised we're not putting Gabe Jimerson down low, because I feel like he's the only one. We have people of the same height, but I don't feel like anyone of the same strength except for Gabe Jimerson, but we have him on the perimeter.
Wallace puts up a floater, gets fouled. He'll go to the line. I say that actually the closest thing the Saints have to a center is number 35, the freshman, Trent Hendrick. He's built like a truck, but a little undersized.
Yeah.
I'll say he's about 6'3". Wallace puts up the first shot. Hendrick is a dominant player, especially for his age, and has really made a name for himself this year, working his way into the starting lineup. As Wallace puts up his second free throw, it's in. Saints down by 4. Goes up for the shot, he's fouled. Saints already struggling with foul trouble. Just 6 so far. Not looking so hot for the Saints right now. We'll see their big man head to the line. The first one is good, it's Simrel. Saints haven't had a lot of bright spots with the offense this year. One they have is their free throw shooting. I've been very impressed.
Yeah, it's been great.
Simrel, I know you used to be a great basketball player. What was your free throw routine like, and what was going through your mind when you headed to that line?
Well, there actually used to be a free throw competition in Spartanburg, South Carolina, where I used to live, and so a lot of times I would honestly try and cheese it by hitting the backboard, banking it in.
Oh, okay. Interesting strategy.
Yeah. But I think honestly, just remaining your composure going up there, not worrying about what anyone else is saying, or maybe really thinking that you're just practicing, going up there, being the only one on the court.
Wallace puts up a 3. Bang. Drills it. Wallace is not typically known for his three-point shooting, but likes to keep the defenders honest and puts it up on occasion. Has a nice move by number 3 from Woodbury. Wraps it around his back and then goes up right with it with the finger roll and puts that up and in. Henderson swings it around to his man, Nigel Green, who loses his footing but continues to go with it. And he's fouled before he passes it to Hendrick. Inbounds it to his man Henderson. Looks to step into it. Free throw line jumper.
Wow.
Up and in. Bang. The and one jump shot. Don't see a lot of those now, do we, Simrel?
No, that was beyond impressive.
That was an NBA move. I liked it.
Question is, how mad would Coach Jones have gotten if he had missed that?
He would have been irate. And he drills it. Saints will sub out 13 Walker Wallace, who I believe already has 2 fouls in this half. He always struggles with fouls in the first half. Personally, I think he likes to set the mentality with the physical game. Offensive foul called on Woodbury with a push-off. He's not a fan of that call. Now, when asked to Coach Jones about what his outlook was on the year, He said that the Prep League tournament is at St. Chris this year for the semis and finals. We control our fate for getting a first-round home game prior to the semis. That's a bold statement for Coach Jones, especially considering the struggles that the Saints have endured this year. It really has not been a pretty year, have struggled a lot in and out of the Prep League. So getting that first home game might be a challenging task for the Saints. What do you think, Super?
I definitely think that this year, the chances of us going further than last year are a lot slimmer. But I think that it's important for us to try and stay level-headed through it and not get discouraged. I think if the players start feeling that they're a part of a crummy team, then it'll just demoralize them for years to come, and you'll feel the impact next year, which I feel like has a chance to be a really good year for the Saints.
I see what you're saying. As you were talking, Gabe Jimerson knocked down a 3 to give the Saints a lead in this game, up by 2. Williamson underneath, swings it around, finds Green, drives in through 3 guys, puts it up and in, and 1. A great move from the sophomore Nigel Green.
That's 2-0. I'm going to tweet out again before half. What happened in the box?
Green misses the free throw. Woodbury comes down with the board. They'll look to get set up in their offense. They kind of need something here, Seminole. They're on a cold stretch. It's not looking so hot, which is good news for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd say a lot of credit to that is due to the solid defense we've played so far. After the 85 points scored on them 3 nights ago, they definitely have a little bit of mojo trying to get some confidence back, playing some solid defense tonight. As Henderson sets up in his offense after a screen by Green. He looks to get it from Trent underneath, but Williamson throws it away. Another turnover for the Saints. Good pump fake, throws his man away, misses the shot, but it's followed by number 22. Henderson looks for another mid-range jump shot, can't get it to go. The mid-range game is something very interesting in the game right now. Not a lot of shooters shoot it. Yeah?
Yeah, I definitely agree.
All right. Well, during this timeout, we're going to take a short break and be right back. Welcome back. I'm Joe Brennan alongside Henry Simmerl. And we've seen a great game so far. Saints up by 2 at Woodbury. We're going to see if they can continue this play style because it's been good tonight. Woodbury looks underneath, but it's intercepted by Green. Saints look to push the pace. Freshman Govanis dribbles it up the floor, finds his man Jimerson in the corner. He looks to slow things down. Swing the ball around, find Nigel Green on the wing. Williamson underneath, kicks it out. Govanis, pump fake, drive. swings it to his man Henderson, finds Green in the corner, 3, bang! Tremendous ball movement there, better finish by Green. That's what you love to see.
Even though the ball movement there at times was a little bit jerky, you could tell that the Saints were really taking their time to look for an open shot, and they found it in Nigel Green.
Reverse layup is missed by Woodbury. Jimerson looks to bring it up the court. Williamson underneath. Beautiful pass from number 2, Arnold Henderson.
And this is what I've been saying. I think if we look now closely, we're going to see that the Saints have built up momentum, and I think they're going to keep it on for a little bit.
Saints are on a hot streak right now. Let's see if they can continue this, like you said, Simon, with some solid defense. They look to swing it around. Nigel's in his face. Down low, let's see if they can do some post play. They decide to swing it out, 3-pointer, it's good. No hand in his face, he was wide open.
And I remember, as sitting on the bench last year, that was something Coach Jones stressed a lot to the players. Got to have that hand up in their face, got to contest.
Williamson with a baby hook, no good. Woodbury will push the tempo. Williamson with a block. But the Saints can't get the rebound. Jimerson fouls his man underneath. 2 shots for the Tigers. Coach Jones is unhappy with that. Green had the rebound right there. Just couldn't get a hold of it. First one's good. Checking out of the game is Gill. Will be Gill and Gabe. And they'll be subbed in by Trent and Riley Wood. It's good to see Riley Wood back out there. I'm enjoying it. He's been out for a long time with that hand injury.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be interesting to see if there's any.
I know what you mean. It adds a little bit of depth to this roster.
Yeah,
I can see it. All right, Nigel Green with the jumper. No good. Rims out. Woodbury comes down with the board. They look to push the tempo. Spin move. Nigel Green pushing him down. Post spin. Beautiful move, but didn't go up with it. Green fights for that ball. Can't get a hold of it. Pops it up. Woodbury drives to the rim, and he's fouled.
And that ball just got tipped right in the number 4's favor. Just got a running start right through it. Just unlucky for the Saints. Really great aggression there by Nigel Green.
Yo, how can I get on?
Saints have looked to do a lot better tonight with turnovers. I've been impressed. Coach Jones said that one of his main goals for tonight was to throw sound passes and to come and meet them. Looks like they've done that tonight. I've been very impressed. They knocked down the second free throw. Wood will inbound. Henderson will dribble it up. They haven't been doing a lot of double teaming in the free court press, which I'm surprised by. The Saints have struggled with that a lot this year. I assumed that they'd come out with that from the gate, but they just haven't. Ball's poked loose, but Henderson regains possession. Ball poked loose again. It looks like that's going to be a jump.
I believe that's Saints ball.
Yeah, Saints will retain possession. But Saints' 7-point lead is nowhere to be seen right now. Wood gain the inbound, swing to Henderson who finds Wallace underneath. Kovanis up top. No good. Saints are getting a lot of open looks, just can't really convert. Kovanis tried to set a charge, no call there. A lot of contact. Woodbury finds themselves looking at oh, ball's tipped up. Popped right out by Kovanis.
And I feel like what you were talking about at converting was definitely a big factor in the Saints game against VES a couple weeks ago. They had so many open looks and they just weren't getting, balls to fall.
Yeah, VES is a talented team, and they did not play their best that night. The Saints could have done something with it. Missed an opportunity. Kovanis will look to push the tempo. That's going to be an offensive foul. Charge on Kovanis.
Hate to see that if you're a Saints fan.
Number 4 had his feet set right under the rim. Luckily for him, there is no restricted zone in high school, so he was able to get his feet set and get that offensive Foul called. 30-second timeout will be taken by the Tigers, and we will take a break with that. Welcome back. I'm Joe Brennan alongside Henry Simmerl. We have 20 seconds remaining in this first half. Saints have been playing well. We've been very impressed. Let's see if they can finish off strong. Off-ball screen. Newberry gains possession. Saints look to double. Can't get hold. Oh, Kavanis with the steal, but throws it right back. Off his knee. Saints ball. Gil Williamson clapping with enthusiasm after that great defensive stance.
Absolutely inbounding it with 10 seconds left.
Gabe Jimerson checking back into the game, one of the Saints' better shooters. Henderson gains possession, dribbles up the floor, sizes up his man. Hendricks comes to set a screen. Henderson drives, puts it up. It's in! At the buzzer, Henderson for two. I love it. So, at the end of the first half, Saints up by 2, 24-26. Simmerl, what's your biggest takeaway from that half?
Well, Joe, I mean, like you were saying, they're not converting as much as they should be. I feel like if the Saints were converting a lot more frequently, then they'd have a much more comfortable lead than just a 2-point lead. But I definitely think that they're playing well on defense. I think that they're a little mismatched in certain scenarios, but I think they're dealing with it appropriately, and I don't think they're letting their emotions get the best of them.
I've been really impressed with the Saints so far today. They're limiting their turnovers, converting on open looks under the basket, knocking down free throws, and playing smart defense. Impressed by the hustle, and we'll see if they can keep it up in the second half.
Third quarter and a half.
Welcome back. I'm Joe Brennan alongside Henry Simmerl, and we're going to see the second half of today's game with the Saints facing off the Tigers at Woodbury. Saints with a solid start tonight on offense and defense, both sides of the ball. It's been looking pretty good. Coach Jones at halftime said that he'd like to see them play the ball a little bit better. They're getting blown by a lot, while the Tigers have only made 1 3 on the night. That shooting means that they can sag off a little bit, prevent some dribble drives, and do a little bit better inside the paint, especially against this bigger team. What do you think, Simmerl?
I'm sorry, Joe, I didn't hear you. I had to grab this phone charger.
I like the idea, Simmerl. All right, well, Tigers use their big man, go underneath. Big boy 23 puts it up and in with the drop step.
Yeah, I definitely think that if you were asking about the big man, I definitely think that he is the pillar of their offense and honestly their defense.
Gabe Jimerson drives baseline and puts up the finger roll.
And if the Saints can find a way to neutralize that, I think they're going to be in a much better position to win this game.
We mentioned this earlier. Saints do not have a designated big man, as number 23 misses his jumper. And the Saints look to come back down the floor. Arnold Henderson chucks up a jump shot, no good. Tigers will dribble it down the court as they look to find some offense. Only down by 2. But yeah, the Saints do not have, offensive foul. Wallace takes the charge.
Yeah, that's massive for the Saints. Not only is that another foul on their big man, but it's going to be Saints ball.
But that big man has been working us down low all night, struggling to find someone that can stop him. Typically, Wallace would be our guy. He's our defensive anchor. Gets a lot of blocks as the Woodbury student section begins to get loud. They're into this game, folks.
All 8 of them.
So now we'll see the Saints swinging around as Green tries to size up his defender. He finds Henderson on the wing, throws it right back to Green. He's looking for something. Henderson with a pump fake. Looks like they can't find anything right now. Great defense by the Tigers. Green drives in, foul. It's going to be a blocking foul on number 3 for the Tigers. Green will head to the line for 2. During the first one, Jones would call over his team. Green with the first one, no good. Simmerl, what do you think the keys for the second half are going to be for the Saints?
Converting better, getting on better offensive streaks, which I guess falls into converting. I would say defense, like that guy should not have been able to drive in like that. I think that shouldn't happen. I think there just needs to, I feel like we're rushing it a little bit, and I feel like maybe the Saints need to take more time, get organized, and then execute their plays.
I don't know about that, Simmerl, because a lot of the times the Saints struggle in their half-court offense and need to push the tempo to get those easy buckets. There's going to be an offensive foul called on number 25, Gabe Jimerson, and he'll be subbed out immediately for number 5, Gil Williamson.
Joe, do you think that one of these teams is going to end up blowing away, or do you think it's going to be close to the end?
I'm not sure, Simmerl. Right now, it's looking pretty tight, but the Saints have struggled in the second half all year. However, these teams did play earlier in the year. It was a close one that I'm pretty sure the Saints pulled out. The alley-oop from Green is no good. Williamson couldn't finish it.
Coach Jones is not happy about that.
Getting too flashy there. Nice bounce pass would have been perfect, but they wanted to make the money there.
I'm wondering, that might have just been a bad pass from Nigel Green, trying to lead Gil Williamson.
A lot of people call that. Oh, and the slam by Nigel Green, bringing the hammer down. Making the backboard rattle. Woodbury tries to come right back down the floor and respond. They are fouled. Number 35, Trent, with the foul. Going back to that alley-oop, a lot of people would call that a $1 million move with a 10-cent finish. Number 3 converts. As Hendrick will check out for the Saints, and Nikos Kovanas will take his spot. Second free throw is good, up and in. Woodbury continuing with his full court press, even though they refuse to double team. It hasn't worked out for them. Not a lot of success with it. Saints have evaded it really well and have not been phased. Wallace with a nice pump fake. Saints look to go down low with Williamson. There's a foul called. I think that's going to be a push on number 22, Kovanas. Tigers ball. Jones is very unhappy with that.
These fouls cannot be happening for the Saints.
Cannot be. Unacceptable, right, Simon?
Absolutely.
Well, during this full timeout, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the stream. We'll see Woodbury try and escape this full court press as Wallace is putting on the pressure. Henderson bats it away, but Woodbury comes right back. They push the tempo. Got a man in the corner. He drives right by Green, up and in. Wallace in the corner, puts it up. No good.
The ball's just all over the place. Neither team seems to be able to have control of it.
Wallace with the rejection, and then goes up again, but fouls him. I don't know about that one, Sam. It looked like he went straight up there again.
I mean, it was a nice block by Gill at the start, but it's just unfortunate that they can't get possession of it afterwards.
Gill's pretty tall. Get up there.
Pretty light, too, though. Unable to really control what's going on down in the paint, I feel like. I mean, the guy who's guarding has to have 60 to 70 pounds on him.
Yeah, Gill's weight has been a struggle for him throughout his sports career. He did not play football his freshman year because he wanted to bulk up, try and prepare a little bit more. And he's definitely gotten a little bit stronger, but that can lead to him getting bullied a little bit down low. But right there, he puts up an easy layup, puts it in. Saints regain the lead, 1 point. Saints' biggest lead tonight was 7 points early second quarter. Since then, they've lost it. It's been back and forth. Big man tries to take control of Gill, but he cannot convert with the travel. Drop step, carried his foot. That's going to be a traveling violation, Zimmer.
Just what the Saints need. Coaches are subbing out their key player, and it looks like now is the chance for the Saints to take control of this game.
Kalanis looks for his man Green down low. They're really struggling to get into the post. That's one thing I've noticed tonight. They keep trying to find those mismatches with this one guy underneath on the block, but they can't get it into him. They don't know how to seal control. and they end up letting the defender get through, and he pokes it away. Three-pointer goal. Tigers regain the lead. Ugly.
There's so many things that went wrong there for the Saints.
It's fine, though. We can see if the Saints can bounce right back. Nigel Green up top. Ball's poked away. Regains possession. Green, pull up three. No good. Tigers will push the tempo. Man, underneath. Gill goes up for the block and fouls him again. Correction, that one was on 21, Nigel Green.
Looks like fouls will actually turn out to be a pretty big factor in the outcome of this game too, as the Saints already have 5 on them compared to 2 for the Tigers.
Yeah. In foul trouble early. Green and Kavanis will check out. Tigers' second free throw is no good. Riley Wood comes down with the board. Gives it up to his man, Henderson. Henderson dribbles through his man, kicks it out to Williamson, and then swings it back up to Gabe. Riley looking for Wallace underneath. Wallace sizes up his man, gives him a little spin. Air ball.
Not the shot that he should be taking.
Wood with the follow, hits the bottom of the backboard. Regains possession and gets fouled.
That was a smart move by Riley there. I feel like he knew that he wasn't really going to try and make an attempt on making the basket. He was just trying to go for the foul.
A little bit of James Harden. Like it. Similar to James Harden, Riley Wood is a lefty. Southpaw. Crazy.
Almost identical.
Gabe tries to follow it. Williamson comes down with the offensive glass. Gabe puts it up for three. No good. There'll be a foul called on Riley Wood. Saints' 6th foul of the quarter. Saints match up in a full court press. They don't bring a double though. And the Tigers dribble right through it, find a man underneath. Bad pass right off the foot of the Tiger. They will regain possession. Tired?
A little bit.
Williamson with a rejection. Wallace comes down with the board, finds a quick outlet to Henderson, pushes it. Gabe in the corner finds man underneath, swings it around. Wallace, pump, drive, jumper, no good. Tigers come down with the board. They've got a man, put it up, layups up and in. Tigers by 4.
Gil Williamson's actually done a great job of blocking this game. I believe he's already has 3.
Yeah, I've been impressed with his ability to stand ground. As Gabe Jimerson turns it right over. Fast break, layup, good. Just like that, the Saints' lead is gone. Down by 6 with a minute remaining in this first quarter. Third quarter, excuse me.
What factors do you think have led to the Saints falling down behind?
Definitely turnovers. Lack of hustle on defense. And I'm not sure, maybe bad shot selection. They've shot a lot of pull-up jumpers, haven't really looked very good. We'll see if they can turn things around. I hope so. Gabe sizes his man up, drives in, and there's another turnover. Tigers look to push it. Up, no good. Green comes down with a board. He's got Gabe in the corner. They trap him. Coach Jones called a timeout. Didn't want to have another turnover there. Possibly trying to hold on to get the last shot of this quarter.
Looks like number 32 is getting this harsh talking to about the group.
Well, it's a 30-second timeout. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back. Back on. Welcome back. I'm Joe Brennan alongside Henry Simmerl. Wallace just threw out of bounds.
It doesn't seem like today is Walker's best game, so we're going to need to see a lot of the other key Saints players step up.
Coach Jones just threw his clipboard down in frustration. He's never had it after calling that timeout to prevent a turnover.
Yeah.
Just throw it away. Hate to see that.
I mean, I don't even know really when Walker was throwing it. Yeah, that was rough.
Most likely they had a play lined up. He was expecting someone to be there. And Woodbury converts on an and one. At the beginning of the game, we said that this team has definitely struggled in the second half. And it's shown today. Woodbury at the line, trying to turn this 8-point lead into a 9-point lead. No good. Nigel Green gets the glass, jogs it up the court, pulls up for three, rims out. Kavanis tried to track down that ball but couldn't get to it in time. So the Tigers will regain possession and look to slow things down to get the last shot at this quarter. A lot of off-ball movement here. Woodbury drives, baseline, no good. Kavanis comes down with it. 1 second left, no shot.
We entered the fourth quarter, Saints down by 8.
Definitely a rough quarter for the Saints.
Yeah.
Lost that one by 10 after having a 2-point lead at the half. Now down by 8.
Hate to see it.
Yeah. Hopefully they can come back in the fourth and make things even better. So we'll be right back after this short break. Welcome back, fans. Here we're going to see if the Saints can crawl back into this game, down by 8. The Woodbury fans are erupting right now as they have all the momentum. Wallace underneath after an off-ball screen. Throws it right back out to Wallace. Green up top. Drives, kicks. Kavanis, no good, back iron. Woodbury swinging it around, looking for something. Number 10, floater, no good. Wallace comes down with the board. Coach Jones wants them to push the tempo. Pull up three, Henderson, no good. Wallace, tip, no good. Tigers come down with it.
Arnold's got to get some of those to fall.
I mean, no one on the Saints has really had those to fall tonight. Woodbury, air ball. Nigel Green misses the rebound, throws it right to a Tiger, and he puts it in. The Saints' struggles continue. Timeout taken. We'll be back after this short break. Welcome back, fans, to this varsity basketball game. The Saints taking on the Tigers. Saints need to find some offense here, down by 10 in the fourth. Green swings it around. Gabe Jimerson in the corner. Nothing there. And Henderson looks to set things back up. Finds Hendrick on the wing. Offensive foul. Tigers ball. Illegal screen, called on Gabe. So, Simro.
Yeah.
What are you thinking right now?
I'm honestly thinking that the Saints haven't played their best and that it's going to have to take a dramatic U-turn for them to come out on top of this game.
What do you think the first step into making that U-turn happen is?
They've got to make more shots and they've got to handle the ball better.
You really think it's as simple as that?
I mean, no. I think in their defense, they're fouling too much. I think they're not staying in front of their man. They're not contesting. I think on offense, I honestly think they're being too impulsive. I think that we see them really transition the ball, and they're not making careless passes. I think that they have a much higher success rate of converting.
Williamson with the block underneath, but he can't get the second one.
So there's no way that there's really no reason that I feel like number 4 should be able to shoot over Gill. I think.
I mean, after he contests the first time and puts up that shot, everyone should be crashing the boards, but no one comes to help, and he just gets his own shot and puts it right back up and in.
You'll notice that a lot. You'll see on defense a lot of the Saints tend to act like spectators instead of players, and I think that's a major problem.
Green with a deep three, can't get it to fall.
Next
Wallace,
time someone takes his
board, throws it to Williamson, who can't grab a hold of it, swings it back out to Green, who slips and falls. Gives it right back to the Tigers. And he's slow to get back up and run back on defense. Shot is no good. Hendrickson comes down with it. Wallace is trying to get his teammates to go. He's irate.
All right, so look, Gill was the only one there who crashed the board, which was great. But everyone else was just standing where they were when Arnold shot it. And that's a major problem.
It's hard to stay positive when the Saints team looks like they're getting up a little bit.
Nigel would be exasperated getting up.
captain, trying to turn things around. Throws it right to Wallace. Henderson pumps, gives a jab step, step back, drives, finds Williamson in the corner. Henderson, bang! In, then stares down his defender. Some points for the Saints. They needed some right there. Hopefully that'll turn things around. We'll be back after this short break. Saints come out with a full court press. They look to trap in the corner. They come up with it. Henderson picks up the ball and looks to get them set up in their offense. Wallace is calling for it, but he doesn't get it. Henderson swings it around to Green. Green with the drive, kicks it out. Henderson sizes up his man, gives him a jab. Wallace sets a screen, swings it back to Wallace, sets up. No good.
Just can't be taking these shots. It's not a three-point shooter. They need him down low, posting up.
I think they're just looking for any sort of offense they can get right now.
I think that's a problem. I think they're not mentally sharp right now.
I agree with you. Taking bad shots.
No one stepped in front of him. It's so disappointing to watch.
Pavanis came in there a little late, slapped him on the arm. Got it to go, and he'll try and tack on another one from the line.
Super inconsistent. Trinity, like, this
It's up and in.
Then into a 12-point lead for the Tigers.
Pavanis looks to drive through the teeth of the defense, get something happening. Green, mid-range, no good, fouled. 2 shots. Coming up for the junior.
I think it's lucky for that, to be honest, that he was fouled there because if he'd taken that shot and not been fouled, I don't even know what Coach Jones would have done.
Green has actually struggled a lot tonight, especially from the line. Which is surprising because this year he's been terrific. I've been really impressed with Green's play. One thing I'm not a fan of is these Woodbury fans screaming when we're shooting free throws. As Wallace pointing the hook. You just hate to see that, especially in high school sports. Just no sportsmanship.
And I mean, it's against the rules of the prep league.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think they could give a technical to the student section? That'd be interesting.
I mean, I guess theoretically they could. I doubt these referees know the prep league rules. I think that, we're told, I think, that it's a prep league rule. I'm not sure, though, how many people follow it.
Saints turn it over. Woodbury, wide open, fast break layup, puts it in. Tigers lead by 14. And Arnold Henderson pulls up with an air ball. Saints trap in the corner and continue this full court press. 3 minutes left. They're just holding on for dear life. Tigers underneath, blocked by Gabe, but I believe they're going to call a foul on him.
that's his 5th.
Really? Gabe Jimerson has fouled out. There looks to be some confusion happening right now as the Saints try and sort out who's going to come in for Jimerson.
Do we know what the Saints record is this year?
I'm not sure what it is at the moment, but I know it's under 500. First one is in.
Last year we had this kid who would put up like 30 points every year. It was 20.
Second one is no good. Tigers get the board. And he is immediately fouled by Kovanis. They are in the double bonus. They will get 2 shots.
But this kid's older brother left us and went to Montverde in Florida.
Why?
No,
It has to be 0 to 4th foul. Saints are running out of options.
He's had 2 this quarter. I know that much.
Is he a senior now, then?
Yeah. He's like a 5th year.
I know he has 1 already. The only person I think that's on the court right now that might not be in foul trouble is Arnold Henderson.
Henderson puts it up. No good. Green with the follow. Saints had 3 opportunities there and couldn't get any of them to go. Foul on Green, blocking foul. 2 shots for the Tigers.
Green's 3rd.
Unless your team's like really good and just like happens.
First one is no good.
It always like trans my data.
This is a sick camera. Ours.
Dude, I parked my tripod.
And the second one is no good. Wallace comes down with the board, throws it up to Kavanis. They look to push it, find some offense. Green up top.
Instead of dribbling out of that right there, because he had no reason to pick up the ball and stop, Kavanis did just that, picked up the ball and
Green
stopped.
contested mid-range, no good. Front of the iron, falls right into the hands of the Tiger. And fouled by Kavanis, his 3rd just this quarter alone. Fans want a technical after it seemed to be an intentional foul.
We only have 1 senior and it's number 2.
It's his 5th.
So another Saint has fouled out of tonight's game.
13.
13's
Your coach showing 2 or 7 in here. Oh, looks like they chose Bill.
To a campus last night.
It's no good.
So he got injured for a while. So I think he was like sitting on the bench maybe, but he wasn't dressed up.
That was a pure shot.
So, Saints dribble it up, try and find some quick offense, maybe make a miracle run, and they turn it over. No one runs back on defense, and they're fouled.
You know how many that is on Arnold?
I'm not sure exactly, Henry. I believe it's his 3rd, but I could be wrong. And he drills that free throw. Hendrick is fouled. He'll head to the line. Simrel, I hate to say it, this game looks over.
I agree. 20-point lead for the Tigers. It's just getting out of the team's grasp.
Tragic.
Hate to see it. It started as a close game. It's just unraveled.
I mean, the same thing happened in the Trinity game.
Give us a quick recap. How'd that game go?
So, Trinity is one of the better teams in the prep league, possibly in the state. Pretty sure they were nationally ranked.
Yeah, I think they're ranked 1 or 2 right now in the state.
Yeah, but I think there were 7 nationally or 11, one of those 2. Very impressive team and organization they have going. So, St. Chris was close, down by 4 at half, down by 6 at half the first time they played them. Ended up losing by 27. I don't know, it's just
on YouTube.
Anyway.
So we usually do like all the home games.
I honestly think a large part of it has to be just that Saints attitude.
Yeah, I mean,
because if you're playing that well and that close to a good team like you said in the beginning, there's no real reason you can explain why you aren't able to keep that up for the rest of the game. Except that if you're trailing for the majority of the game, which they were.
Just a lack of intensity, I guess. Here we're going to see the big 3 check-in. Cameron Talibi, Jude Reeferson, and Austin Ford. Jude will play some solid defense as the Saints look to hold the Tigers to any more points tonight. Last game, Austin actually shot at 100%. Really impressive. Didn't miss a shot from the floor. Made every single one he put up. I was impressed. Jude Reeferson, I'm pretty sure, shooting 100% from 3 on the year. 2 great shooters. Cameron Talibi, number 24, I think is a really good defender. Big fan of all 3 of these guys who we haven't really seen yet tonight. Williamson comes up with the steal. They're pushing it. He takes a contested shot and airballs it. Wood comes down with the board, fumbles it, and goes out of bounds. Another turnover for the Saints.
Coach Jones giving the future leaders of varsity a little extra practice.
I mean, personally, I'd like to see these guys going a little bit earlier. They're great guys. My physics class. Nice. Cameron's in my math class. Pre-calculus. So yeah, rough night for the Saints. Riley Wood tries to check him with a buzzer beater. No good. So
that's all she wrote. Saints lose by 19.
They had a 1-point lead at half, and then kind of got blown out of the water in the second. Hate to see it. It's been a rough season for the Saints.
Just the way of the road.
But hopefully they can start to make a comeback, get a late season push. I'm optimistic. I'm feeling good. It's a rough night, but hey, we got this. You know, great organization, great school. So, signing off, I'm Joe Brennan, alongside Henry Simrel. We'd like to give a quick shout out to our guys behind the camera. We got Alex Sadid running the CPU, making sure your scoreboard is looking nice, and Evan Knight, who's been running the camera all night.
We hope you all have